right off the bat. If I am answering questions that you don't see in chat, that is because I am streaming simultaneously from our half acre homestead and from Life with the Wolfies. So someone said, I must be missing half the chat. Well, kind of you are. You're kind of missing half the chat because I'm streaming from two different channels. All right. How's it going, everybody, on this beautiful Sunday? You just missed it. Grampus, let me fix my hair. Grampus got his Jump the Broom anniversary gift from me. Hey, Copperhouse Farm, Simply Jessica. Oh, am I on our half acre homestead? I should be. Hang on a second, guys. I should be over on Life with the Wolfies here. Hush. Thank you. And remember, folks, be on live chat, not top chat, just in case you miss anything. Hey, Dave Smith, Missouri Belle, April Greer, Seashell, aloha, my darling. Nice to see you. Simply Jessica and Betty Randall. How's everyone doing? Howdy. Thank you for coming in and saying howdy. Hi, all from hot Kansas. Well, you know what? We've had it. Edie Murray got my girl right here, but she's napping right now. She's at Camp Grandma for a week. Oh, how wonderful. I can't wait for those days. Hi, Patty from East Tennessee. Mildred Lipschitz. Right, Lipschitz. Jean Phillips, Kim Solomon, Jill V. Hi, Natalie. How are you, darling? And Copperhouse Farm, Angie Mack. If I miss your name, folks, Rosie Slade, it is not for lack of trying. So, guess what? Cousin Angie's here. You may have seen, let me just put this down just a little bit. You may have, whoops, let me just adjust. You may have, going into the 90s this week. Wow. Hi, Barb Noman, new sub here. Welcome aboard. So, hi, Janet. Hey, Renegade. How's it going? So, we went to Pickering yesterday to pick up Daddy's new racing slicks. They be much, much bigger. And on our way home, we stopped in and grabbed Angie, cousin Angie. You will know her when she's in the chat, which she's not because I've asked her not to watch the live video because I'm streaming from Wi-Fi on this phone here. And I don't want it to, pixelate or anything like that. But she's welcome to come in anytime and say hi. I scooped her until I take her back home, which may be never, but we'll see. Hey, Rosie Slade, how are you, darling? So, hey, Aces, how are you? So anyway, I'm in a card mood today. So I'm going to pull some of these cards because my desk is all tidy. Angie started doing dishes and I lit a fire under me. Do you know how often I will sweep the floor in here? And you know how often, please, what, sweetheart? What did you say, Edie? I missed it. Anyway, and lo and behold, I always, when I start doing something, I find a card on the floor. And this is from the Gaia deck. And it says, it's the Sacred Heart card, which is also the back of the deck. But it's the Sacred Heart card, standing for passion, love, and spiritual communion. And isn't that what we do here? Right? Isn't that what we do here? So I'm going to bring out some cards today. Let me find Gaia, because I'm pretty sure Gaia wanted to be heard today, or she wouldn't have thrown a fit and thrown a card on the floor. Nana, hi, how are you? Urban, Helen Burke. All right, I'm just going to bring some cards out. And, see what comes up. Oh, I'm glad you're good, sweetie. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I don't know how many decks. Hey, Waldo. How are you, sweetheart? Energy Oracle, Gaia, Soul's Journey. Let's do a Work Your Light Oracle. Whoops. Ooh, that one wants to be heard right now. Get grounded. I don't know who this is for. Get grounded. Empaths, high sensitives, connect with nature. And I couldn't agree more. Things are, we have been separated too long. Remember when I first started my channel, it was about reconnecting with where our food came from. Really. The homesteading was all about reconnecting. Hi, Ruth. You've been canning. I'm going to be canning soon. My beans are in blossom and they're gone nuts. So when I first started this channel, it was all about going back to basics and reconnecting with our food and the earth, right? Where our food comes from. And it's just kind of gone in all kind of not all kind of directions, but the channel has changed and morphed and grown. And it's just been a wonderful journey. You know what I mean? And I'm really grateful for you guys being here and seeing us. Yeah, I have to go, and because moths have been getting under that, and I have to go take the shear stuff off tomorrow, check for and kill any eggs, and then put the shear back on. But I didn't close the one ends. I left the gap between the boxes. I just ran it over top and they're getting up and under. I thought I was clever. The moths are smarter. Hey, Jean Kubicek. So, can you hang mothballs? What would I hang mothballs for? Oh, so anyway, so the journey now has led us to a more frugal living series, right? And now more than ever, I didn't know when I started this that this was going to be really important, making it stretch stuff, right? But we're going back to the classics today. Well, this week. It's 1 chicken, 3 people, 4 meals. I can do it. Do you feel it? I can do it. Tonight, hi, it's just me. I've got my last frozen chicken is in the oven with the last of that $4 bag, 5 pounds of potatoes, $4. Hey, Joe Mama. Yeah, we don't eat it. As a matter of fact, when we went to Pickering yesterday, we made it all the way to Pickering with Howie made a thermos of coffee. I took a Stanley thermos full of boiling hot water. And all those times that I went to, hey, Malka, all those times I went to Tim Hortons and said 1 tea bag, 2 milk, a lot of the, not Wakefield, but a lot of the other Tim Hortons would put the second tea bag on the side or on the top. And I just kept throwing them in what used to be the ashtray. There's no ashtray in our truck. And I realized, why would I make a thermos of tea when I have all these tea bags? So I just took a jar of milk. And I made us ham sandwiches. Hey, Howie, did you take that potato salad into the coach?
No.
You should, you know.
You know where it is?
Where is it?
Probably in the front seat of the truck.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Howard. Well, anyway, I made a beautiful potato salad with lots of eggs in it. And I made ham sandwiches. And I took a thermos full and a jar of milk and a thermos full of boiling water. And we only had to stop once for a pee. And I got Howie a fresh coffee. And we got a fresh tea. And on the road we went again. And these saved me. These are all my free teas. Well, they're not free. I paid $2.49 for an extra large. Hi, Corey. Red squash bug is flying around out there. I'll check the underside of the leaves tomorrow morning. I put up a squash trap. How can I preserve my cucumber without making pickles? Eat it. Eat it to save it. I
Okay.
There's Angie. Come on in. Are you bringing in a chair? You're not going to stay?
Maybe. Just a minute.
Get a chair, sweetheart. See, she's my dolly. She really is my dolly. We've been life and circumstances. Oh, aloha, Angie. Hi, Molly from the UK. Here, I'll just scooch on over. So, what was I talking about? I
I have
forgot
no
what I was
idea.
talking about.
Life and circumstances.
Okay, really? Was I saying life and
I
circumstances?
don't know. I walked in, I heard
This
something.
is that's for everybody. Life and circumstances being what they are. Angie,
That's okay.
no, it is not okay. We just got to do this right here. How do you get rid of Japanese squash beetles? I buy it's like a sock, a plastic sock that has hormones on it, and they get down inside the bag and they can't get out. I would love a good salsa recipe, fresh or canned, is the question. I can't eat them fast enough. Your cucumbers. Well, make sweet pickles, like make hamburger pickles. They're like Malka, I'm telling you, if you make like the sweet hamburger pickles with the onions and the cucumbers, you put them on some cheese whiz on toast, baby, or on a cracker with cheese whiz, or on a cheese sandwich. It makes it a meal. You can take a slice of cheese and make it a meal with good bread and butter pickles. Can you make cucumber melon salsa on cucumber melon jelly? I have no idea. I don't know. I never attempted that.
Hi, Rosie. She just said hi.
Hi, honey. I made. Okay, now that there's two of us in here, I'm gonna just do this, just to keep the air moving. I made cucumber pickles once. I didn't like them. But I have since heard that you can, when you're finished eating watermelon, powdered milk water, Dawn, works well. You got to be careful with certain plants though, because some plants, it's the backs of the leaves that breathe, right? And if you get a milk coating on them, you could kill them. So make sure if you're doing it, just to be safe, just do the tops of the leaves, right? Oh, God bless you, seashell. Make dill relish. Yeah, make relish. When I made that's the thing with the bread and butter pickles.
Mm-hmm.
My bread and butter pickles and my relish are very similar in flavor, except I don't put peppers in the pickles. And I remember a neighbor in Colburn giving them a jar of my zucchini relish.
Mm-hmm.
And she had company, and this guy came down the road 2 days later and said, "You got any more of that relish?" I said, "What the hell did you do with it all?" It was a whole pint. And he said, "Have you ever had it on a cracker with cheese whiz?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Give me some of your relish. You got any cheese whiz?" And I said, "Well, no, I got cheese slices back at the time."
That.
And he said, he put a piece of, what do you call the fake cheese? Processed cheese. Because I don't use it anymore. So
cheese,
yeah. And a cheese slice on a cracker, and he put a half a teaspoon of the zucchini relish on it, and ate. And he said, "Now eat that." And I said, "Oh, you bugger! I'm now gonna eat this for the rest of my life and gain 100 more pounds because it is really good." You have no idea. I can't stand on my legs long enough to do anything. Well, there's the word can't. And then there's the word can do. If you want it, you can do it, Malka. You can. Put a chair by there. Use a chair. I use them all the time, right? I'm about to pick my first zucchini of the season. Have you a relish recipe? Oh, yeah. Just go to our half-acre homestead, and not the search bar at the top. The search bar in the byline, there's a little magnifying glass. That is search channel. And just put in relish. And just use any one of my relish recipes. You can use green tomatoes. You can use zucchini or you can use cucumbers. It doesn't matter which. Okay? They'll all taste damn good. Just use the same recipe for all of them. Thinking of placing Amazon order allergy sinus meds, 4-jar lids, multiple dish gloves, disposable gloves, oil lanterns. Geez, where are you going shopping for, Andrea? Gloves, oil lanterns, and oil. I have a couple of oil lanterns. I have lamp oil. I have wicking. I have candles. That's something I never needed but never got rid of. Hi, Mary Cook. So hot today, going to be 112. Where are you? Florida? Are you in Florida or are you in like Arizona? Well, not Arizona. It'd be about 112.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll check it out. I will have to buy mason jars to preserve. Appreciate. Well, you know what I'm going to be doing soon. Should I tell them or should I just make them wait?
Do whatever you want to do.
Oh, I see. No,
I'm just here. I'm just listening.
we got to match. Let's see if we can match.
What do you mean match?
Or glasses. No.
Oh,
No, that one's scratched. I'm going to, when I do my canning this year, hey, from St. John, New Brunswick. Do tell Bev, please. I heard that, Malka. Hi, Cheryl Ritz. Now, is that Ritsua? Or Ritzau? Ritsua? I'm thinking of getting a Jackery solar generator. They have them? Solar generators?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think they're quite expensive. But...
I don't care. I mean, I don't want Howie up on the roof anymore. That's why we took the panels down.
Yeah.
But if I could have something that I can just put in my bay window in the wintertime and let it charge if need be, then that would be awesome. Hey, Potato Head. How you doing? So, you wanted to say something, so please tell us. Okay. When I'm canning this year, I'm not just canning. Okay? I'm going to be canning baby food. Because I heard the most atrocious thing.
Yeah.
That
disgusting.
Baby food is coming in. Oh my God. Remind me to tell them about Raven. Baby food is no longer in glass jars. You can get it in glass jars at Amazon for $2.99 a jar plus shipping. And what are they doing putting these in these? What kind of preservatives are they putting in these to make them shelf stable in a plastic squeeze tube? Okay. And then there's the fact that it's in a plastic squeeze tube, right? You got my name right. Most people don't. Ritsua? I'm from Long Island, New York. Hi, how's it going? Sorry, my New York accent's really, really bad. Hey, Skippy Jones, Tony Geary, Corey C. So I volunteered. I asked my doctor, I am not pushing, any boundaries that if I can help it. So I asked my daughter-in-law, and they've been together for years and years, but they ain't married yet, so it should be daughter-in-law when it's law. Anyway, I asked, could I can organic baby food for them? And she said that would be wonderful. Because you can get those little half-cup mason jars. And I think the first food should be sweet potato. Mm-hmm. And when I'm canning my beans, I'm going to be canning my baby some beans. My baby's baby, some beans. So I'm going to do a whole series on canning plus canning baby food. And so you guys are going to see, and you're not going to see me make like whole flats of baby food at one time. It'll be like 6 jars of this, 6 jars of this as I go along. I've got until December. Always recalls on baby food. Mm-hmm. Steam, puree, to degree needed for kid. Store in smallest jars available or plastic bags, flat and freeze. Did both for babies. Yeah, I mean, I think Breyer had like 3 jars of baby food. I think he went straight from pablum to pancakes.
I remember a couple of years ago, the Gerber glass jars, there was a recall because it was chips of glass in the baby food.
Oh my God. So Mel and Arthur said that would be wonderful. So that makes me I'm actually really honored that they trust me with that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But then I have been at this for a while, which brings us to pumpkin. You can pumpkin puree if it is the consistency of baby food or applesauce. Why? They just don't, they trying to make it idiot proof. They just don't want anybody canning, like getting a 10, number 10 can of pumpkin. Did you fix your cylinder thing?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, good.
It's running hot, so that's not a bent valve.
Well, you might want to start the car up just so we can hear it once. What was I saying before that?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
They don't want anybody.
Thank you, Angie. They don't want anybody going out and buying a number 10 can of commercially canned pumpkin. There is a huge difference between commercially canned things and home canned things. And they just want you to be safe. If you can scoop it up and drop it off the spoon in an almost liquid form like baby applesauce or applesauce, that is an okay consistency, but I wouldn't go anything bigger than half pints. Okay? Because it's a viscosity issue. Do not, if you get a number 10 can of pumpkin puree, do yourself a favor. Put it in the blender and add a can and a half of water and then mix it, and you will see the kind of consistency I'm talking about. Hey, Paula, how are you, darling? My son started eating at 16 days old. I made my own everything. Yeah, well, Briar went from pablum to pancakes. There was just no stopping that kid. I've canned my chicken and beef in pints as I live by myself. Well, there you go. He's so happy. And then I saw the tires. He posted them on Facebook. And there's the mags he's been using, the slicks he's been using. Here's the ones he's got. He's gonna snap an axle.
Do they fit?
Oh yeah, they fit.
Okay.
But I mean, the guy told him. The guy who sold him, he said, be prepared to snap an axle until you get used to, how they roll, because it makes him happy.
Your neighbors are gonna love you.
Oh, come on. I got a donkey. I got two donkeys over there that are constantly, people on bikes go by, they're like, hey, don't you come near here. I got four-wheelers. It's that time of year. They're sorry for yelling. I got four-wheelers, going up and down the road. You know what? I've been bitching all this time, and then my husband buys a race car. What can I do? Hey? And he just said, and all is good with the world. So, hey, Raph, we're going to come up and visit. Now, it won't be a whole day. But we'll come up for, for several hours anyway. I want to see your garden and everything, okay? Will she pop in and say hello? Who? Oh, you're just getting, there's a delay.
Oh,
there's that delay you were talking
Which
about.
one are you reading from, then?
Here.
Okay.
I love all animals. Hey, Fiona B. I'm just checking for questions here. How about make your doggo homemade food? Well, you seen the price of food? You know what? As long as Gracie doesn't get corn, she eats anything we eat.
I just made my dog homemade food the other day, both of them.
I did. I used to. But, I mean, the way I look at it is like I got a bunch of meat and stuff, old stuff in the bottom of my freezer. I am going to pressure cook it, cut it up, and mix it. You don't can rice, but you can can rice for dog food because it doesn't matter that it comes out like mush, right? Yes, I am, Joe. I'm live on both channels. So if you don't see half the chat that I'm answering to, it's because you're not seeing half the chat. We prepared like the Appalachians did back in the day with my first granddad, home canned baby food. Well, see, that's the thing, right? So I'm going to make a flat of the little quarter pint jars, the little half cup jars,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to make a flat of where I'm going to use home canned turkey broth and a little bit of turkey. It's going to go in the Ninja blender with the vegetables, and then it will be, turkey and carrots, turkey and sweet potato, turkey and peas. You know what I mean? I'm going to get my peas at. Hey, Miss Mary. My cat stopped eating when it was 95 degrees. It scared me. The vet said as long as she's drinking water, she's fine. Absolutely. Um, would powdered veggies have been reconstituted to an applesauce consistency be good for long-term storage for babies? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I don't see why not, as long as they're vacuum sealed. Like if you prepare the vegetables, puree them, dehydrate them, and grind them to a powder with no fats, fats is the enemy, then and you vacuum seal them in a jar, I don't see why not. I don't see why not, because dehydrating is one of the best ways also but you're going to cook them first to puree them. So, but I don't see why not. Dehydrating doesn't, you don't lose any nutrition with dehydrating.
Yes, you will be, Jean.
I'm going to be a great grandma.
You're gonna be a great grandma.
Oh, a great grandma.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh shit.
not old.
Wait a second. Do I got a kid or a grandchild out there I don't know anything about? It's like, what? I can't handle anymore. I cooked for my service dog and seasoned for us. I ran 7 chickens through an Instapot on Friday and 2.2 pounds of brown rice in some of the broth. Way cheaper than a 48-pound bag of the prescription kibble. Well, pretty much right now, Gracie eats the only dog food that she really, really doesn't react with her ears and stuff. A specific grain-free dog food. I think it's called Nature's Choice, and we get it at Canadian Tire. But she also gets something of everything we eat. Make no mistake. Ask Angie. How much of your muffin did she get?
Oh, half.
See? She's got these eyes, man. She's one of the most expressive dogs. Going to see my great-granddaughter tomorrow. Oh, Mary, that's wonderful. So, yeah, I'm going to find some meat in the bottom of my freezer that I'm going to have to, I think I still have goat meat there. Now, maybe it is vacuum sealed, but I don't, after that kind of time. Plus, I'm getting a half a cow in December. A half a cow and a grandbaby. Hallelujah. I love December. So I'm going to be doing a series on not canning beans and baby food, canning carrots and baby food, canning peas. No, I'm not going to can peas. Howie won't eat them. What?
You're going to can them for the baby.
I'm going to can them for the baby.
Yeah.
I'm not going to can peas. I'm just going to can baby food peas. And peas, pears, peaches if I can get them. Carrots, sweet potatoes, beans, peas, and then later I'm going to repeat all of the vegetables with home canned turkey broth and meat. So that's what's going on. Oh, yeah. So anyway, we did really well not, eating on the road until we ran out of tea and I needed tea. And then, of course, I had to have a muffin with my tea. And half a cow here costs $1,700. I'm getting mine for $1,000 because we did advertising on Howie's car. We put his sticker on the car. And he's allowing me to pay up front in payments before it's even ready. But he said, keep the last payment until I come to pick up the meat, right? I got the organ meats from our half cow ground up. It was 6 months of the protein in my homemade dog food. Well, I'll take the organ meat if it's free, but I'm going to be doing a cut list, right? Like they're going to give me a chart and I'm going to say what I want. And I'm not wasting any of my 200 pounds of meat on organ meat just for the dog. Right? Especially when She gets all our bones, not chicken. She gets all our steak bones and pork chop bones and potatoes, and she eats whatever we eat. Blueberries with applesauce. Yes, I will make sure I strain them though so that there's no skins in there. You're an awesome Gigi. Such a health choice to make and can for your grandbaby's food. Well, wouldn't you? When you find out that their baby food's coming out in plastic squeeze tubes?
Well, not only that, but when you first squeeze it, it comes out with a huge clump of. I don't know if it's dry. It's like a plug. It's like dried up or it's moldy. I don't know what it is, but it's disgusting.
Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. But I did make sure I asked. Do you do bread and butter or dill? Refrigerator pickles. Ooh, no canning needed. There you go, Malka. There you go. Listen to the girls. We are a community. So yeah, chickens in the oven, 1 chicken, 3 people, 4 meals. So when after supper, I'll take all the meat off the chicken. I'll be starting the soup right off the bat. But I plan on making 2 other meals, and no, not one of them is not going to be Howie's lunch. He can eat bologna for a day. If I had babies, I would do the same. All homemade food. Absolutely. I tried. My daughter wouldn't let me. You tried what, sweetheart? But I asked first. I made sure I asked first that if they were comfortable me making and canning a baby food, and they said absolutely. As a matter of fact, my son said, "What do you need in way of supplies?" I said, "I need you to go. If you're in Canadian Tire, look for the little 1/4 pint or 125 ml jars in the canning section, because you're not going to want to open a half pint when you're only giving them like a tablespoon."
But you can put it in the fridge and then have it for a couple days, right?
Well, yeah.
That's what I do right now with Raven. I make 4 or 5 days worth, and then she puts it in the fridge and she just scoops it out.
Speaking of Raven, Angie's grandbaby.
Yeah.
What's disgusting? Wait a minute. What happened? What did I miss? I missed something. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Merry Christmas to me. I almost sold out a jelly and shrimp cocktail. It was fun, and we played musical chairs. See, told ya. Don't ask me to be pulling no cards for your pop-ups. You got this in spades.
Oh, Tony's not allowed to make baby food for her granddaughter.
Aw, Tony, I'm sorry. I think I have something for you that I picked up new. We'll have to check how much postage. You talking to me? And if so, let me know and I'll send you the postage. Right? Don't everybody send me something with a postage bill, because I'm not wealthy. But Joe, but if you know what I mean? So yeah, it's exciting times. And I got all these other things in the works that I can't talk about. Because, I just can't talk about them. Right? Because secrets. Surprises and secrets.
Yeah.
Oh, Raven! So we pull up to her Angie's daughter's house. Yeah, you like it? I got a smudge in a minute.
Keep going. It's okay.
We pull up to Angie's daughter's house, and they're sitting outside with Angie with her luggage and her daughter Nessie with the baby Raven. And Raven's 8 months old now?
Yep.
She looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid. She's got these cheeks, man. You just want to munch on. And you get, right? Well, what's her mom do? I've never even met this baby, right?
Aww.
Her mom shoves her through the truck window into my lap. I said, what, am I taking her home? I would have. She just kind of leaned back and looked at me, and I went, hey, baby. And I just,
She's sweet.
Oh my
She's really
goodness.
sweet. Yeah.
And she's so good natured.
Yeah.
I mean, just shoved into a vehicle on a total stranger's lap.
Smacked her head.
Oh yeah, smacked her head on the visor. Smacked her daughter's head on the visor as she was going in. I mean, it was just a little, but the daughter looked at it. This little 8-month-old baby looked at her mom like, hey, child here. She gave her mother such a dirty look. My gift, but have to see if postage is more than the item. If so, then I will help. She's 8 months old. And and I held that baby. That jiggling little smelly chubby cheek, darling. And when I say smelly, it's babies are a good smell. Always a good smell. Isn't that? It's almost like you can smell your DNA on them, eh? And
She's sweet.
because she is in my bloodline. I am her. Okay, now let's do this.
Well, we're just cousins. We're
Oh
not.
no. We're first cousins once removed. Your dad was my cousin. So this is how it works. This is Angie's dad and me. And then Angie and my children are second cousins, but Angie and I are first cousins once removed. And so Angie's children are my first cousins twice removed. Angie's grandchildren are my first cousins 3 times removed. Now, Arthur and Mel's baby and Raven will be third cousins. No, you and Arthur are second cousins. So Arthur and Nessie and Jesse and Kyla and Marshall, they are Arthur's second cousins once removed.
I was just gonna say they're not third, so
they're second cousins once removed, and Arthur's children and your grandchildren, Arthur's children and your children will be second cousins or third cousins. Your children and Arthur.
I'm glad you got it all. Cause
your children and Arthur. I'm like a southern old lady, man. I know how this shit works.
I thought because we looked this up, we went through this whole thing at work one time, and you and I, when I looked it up, we're just. There's no first, there's no second. We're just cousins.
Yeah, well, that's the way they're
first
just
cousin
trying.
Once removed sounds more like.
Yeah, well, this is old school. This is the way it works. Mm-hmm. So, you and Arthur are second cousins. Arthur and your children are second cousins once removed. Arthur's children and your children are third cousins. Arthur's children and your grandchildren are third cousins once removed. Tell me I don't have southern blood in me somewhere, people. Because I've never seen anybody, you ever see 2 southern people who've never met? Right? They will spend an hour going through all the cousins, the seconds, the thirds, the greats, the shirt tail relatives until they find a connection. And then they're family. Right? It's just the way it is, right? It gets complicated. Well, it really doesn't because we're just cousins, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Angie and her siblings used to call me Aunt Bev before we all became adults at the same time.
Yeah.
Right?
We kind of got a strange family, though, because we're all really close. Like, we have so many cousins, and we're all, like,
and yet
really
we've got cousins
close.
We've never met.
Yeah.
There's Dave Stronach out in Nova Scotia.
But we have a large, like a lot of people I know, they've got, first, second cousins.
Yeah.
They don't really see them that often, and they really don't have anything to do with them. But we've got like first, second, third, fourth cousins that we communicate with all the time.
Yeah.
Large family. Yeah.
Large
and
family.
We communicate with all of them.
And the best part of it is, you just cast a wide net, and whatever ones show up, that's the ones you stay connected with. Anybody who consistently doesn't show up in your life, then, well, they're relatives. There's a difference between relatives and family.
Yeah, I called you Aunt Bev.
Yeah, you did for a long time.
Years.
She's only 4 years younger than me.
Yeah. It was because your siblings were much older, and we, out of respect, always said aunt and uncle, because they hung out with mom and dad, right?
But her kids call me Aunt Bev, right? But my kids call them Angie, right? Because they're more adult. It's all weird. We all have our own tags with family, right?
Your son, Arthur, is only 5 months older than Kyla, my oldest.
I remember.
They're not that.
I have a picture somewhere of Angie pregnant with Kyla holding Arthur when he was less than...
Do you?
Yes. You and Rick came up to visit at Dad's. I got to go through all my photos.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
But I've got a picture of Angie holding Arthur. He's not... Like, I moved home when Arthur was 11 days old, and you guys didn't show up, 2 weeks later? Mm-hmm. And she was pregnant with Kyla. And yeah, it was Kyla because
Yes, it was
Windy
Kyla.
Baby sat Arthur while I went to the wedding because it was Marty and I went to the wedding. Was it
Wasn't
Marty?
Vanessa?
Maybe it was Vanessa.
I got pregnant with Vanessa when Kyla was 6 weeks old. So they were like back to back. You know what I mean?
That's fast.
So,
That's fast shooting.
Um,
But then her mom had 5 babies in 5 years.
yeah, well, that was back in the day when they said, breastfeeding was birth control. And I believed it.
Well, it
You
does
know?
have a certain amount, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Confusing the heck out of me. I'm in much shoulder pain or on pain meds. It's nice that you have company today, Bev. Oh, I'm keeping her. She doesn't know that I'm the one who's going to take her home, and it'll be when I take her home. But I honestly have not looked forward. Like I have visits all, not all the time now, but pre-COVID, my sister would come and visit, my cousin would come and visit, and it's all lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But Angie and I got a bond, and we've always had a bond. We had kids together, and when she had Kyla, right, we were like, okay, let's drop the contracts now because they're second cousins once removed,
Yeah.
right?
That was you.
That was me, all right. I talked about Paige and Briar and Kevin and Dieter going, ew, and I'm going, what? They're like second cousins twice removed, right? Now they're thinking, you just need to move to Kentucky, Bev.
Well, they're too close now.
Yeah,
They're
well,
really close now.
and Briar just said, Mom. Yeah. Right?
This way, I'm glad he's met Mel, and I'm glad they're having a baby.
That's Arthur.
Arthur. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the other one.
No, Briar. Briar's
yeah.
like, forget about it, ma'am. They just
Yeah.
don't even, So, hi, Alice Silva, right? Is it pronounced Silva or Kilva? Because Kilva sounds really nasty. Not that it's not, if that's your name and that's how it's pronounced, I apologize for saying that. But Kilva. No. So is it Silva? Where is this live chat? Well, Shirley Mackey, this live chat is on our half-acre homestead on the live stream, and this live chat is on Life with the Wolfies. So, anyway, that's kind of what's going on. We're going to have some fun. Angie's been having a blast. Cleaning.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. But
It's not.
And this is what Angie.
I just have to have something to do.
This is what Angie does. She's been. How long have you been staying with Nessie?
A month.
She's been staying with Nessie a month, and her other daughter lives a couple of doors down, right in the same area on the same street. And well, the girls are going out to work, and there's babies and that. So I'd phone Angie and say, where are you? Oh, I'm at Jesse's just doing the laundry and the dishes. And then I go, oh, okay. And then I said, well, listen, I'll call you back after. And then I'd call her back about 2 hours later. I'd say, where are you? Oh, I'm at Nessie's just making supper. It's like, jeez, what are you doing? I'm vacuuming.
Yeah.
I realized that that's just who she is.
One of my daughters stays home, Vanessa, and looks after her baby.
Yeah.
And then the other one works, but she has a puppy. So instead of my one daughter with the baby going over to look after the puppy, I just save her the trouble, let her stay home with the baby, and I go over and feed the dog and stay with the dog. And
There's
then while
just
I'm
no-
there, I just do her dishes and
See,
stuff.
there's no slowing her down.
Well, that
I
way she
dare
doesn't
not
have to-
put it. She cleaned my cup.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
She cleaned my Connected Arts mug.
Have they seen your mug?
Yeah, so many people have
Okay.
told me to clean it. But it's a teapot. How many people know that you never ever clean out somebody's
You're not
teapot?
drinking out of your teapot. You're drinking out of a teacup.
This
or a
is
mug.
but look at the size of this thing,
I know,
Angie.
I
It's
know.
a
It's okay. It's your thing. That's your thing. I won't.
And
I won't clean that one.
and I told my doctor I only have 2 cups of tea a day.
I won't clean that one.
Thank you.
You can have that.
Thank you. And you got to take the sink brushes out of my Christmas one.
Yes, I know. You got to get something to put them in.
Well, here.
No, leave them. That's too pretty.
I know. Howie gave me this for Valentine's Day with a little rose bush in it. The rose bush died. But I like this. It's on my desk and it reminds me of it. So I want to
Go
know
ahead.
what he's getting me for an anniversary gift. You know what I want? I want him to put a face around the well with stone or
Oh, that's why
brick.
you want the picture.
Yeah. And because he thought I was talking about building a well house. And I said, no, because when Jimmy Carroll comes along with the snow plow, you won't be able to shovel it out. So what I want is just the well like stoned in around it with two 4x4s and a little roof over it. And I want a hand pump on my well because it's a dug well. Uh-oh, what did I just figured out that my oldest granddaughter and her 11-year-old brother are cousins and siblings. His father is a cousin with her grandfather. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really, yeah, really, I mean, seriously. People, if you go back far enough, we're all related. We're all related. Hey, Teresa, how are you? That made me laugh out loud. I'd love to meet you in person someday, Bev.
You two have great genes. No wrinkles on either of you.
Oh no, yeah. Go back and look at my mending video, my mending stretchy pants video again. It's like, yeah, I look tired to get in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really lucky though. I don't have the Ironside scowl.
Mm.
I don't think anybody has the Ironside scowl. Billy works really hard at looking like Uncle Joe. He thinks he looks like
He
Uncle
does
Joe.
look like Uncle Joe.
Yeah, but he looks more like my grandfather Ironside. He just doesn't
I
want to
never
admit
seen
it.
him.
We have a hand pump over our well. It goes below the frost line and can be used in winter. Yeah, exactly. You just put it down the well, and then if you want, like if for some reason the power goes, like because you can get to a well that's open, like that is not enclosed in a house, right? And hot kettle, boiling water, prime it with boiling water, water, boom.
Malka, I asked for bleach. She didn't have any. So I used vinegar.
You're not allowed to clean my cups. They are. I spend years
I
building
know.
up that black tannic thing. And whenever I make a cup of tea, I rinse it out with boiling water first, just like I keep the outside clean,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, this needs to be wiped down, but I keep the outside clean, like I wash the outside, but I don't put soap in it because it soaks into that black. I just rinse it out with boiling water, just like a regular tea. No, I don't want to bleach my mugs. Stop it. My ex forbade me from cleaning his beer mug with soap. There you go. Put a drop of bleach to clean the cups. No. And you can't stand to do your own pickles. How are you going to stand to do my dishes? I'm getting rid of the dishwasher. You're singing. Wish I could sing, but I sound like Lucille Ball. Yeah. Finally got to see you live. Hey, Rainbow Obsidian. How are you? So yeah, we've you want a card, Angie? You want a card? I don't normally do for family, but Angie's a special. Angie's special. Let's do Angie's animal spirit totem. Oh, yeah, we got a sage first. All right. What?
Do these ones, Bev.
Oh, okay. All right. Now let's turn this fan off. Try not to choke on the sage smoke, or I may have to de-demonize him. De-demonize you.
I like smudging.
You cough on my sage smoke, I'll throw holy water on you. I can't breathe. I bet you can't, demon. I'm just kidding, folks. I'm really happy because... what's going on, Skippy? What's going on? What did I miss? Somebody please tell me. Smoke of the sacred white sage. Cleanse us of negativity and share all our joy and raise our hopes and our dreams up to the Creator on your smoke. Okay. Okay. All right. Now you want these ones, right? Angie wants the energy oracle cards. You know, because of my arthritis, I try not to grip them, but I end up gripping them harder.
They make them so big.
Oh, here we go. Victory! Oh, Angie, you got a couple of cards.
There's 3 of them there.
No,
So just 2?
just 2.
3.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, so here's what we got. Angie got the victory card. I ain't saying another word about that. And she's got the upside down 7th chakra. Which is the 7th chakra? Isn't that your heart? No, the heart is the 4th.
Sacral. Root, sacral.
It's this one.
That's your crown chakra.
Yeah, that's the 7th one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, that's
right.
your crown chakra. Okay. So,
Yeah, I always go by there's 13 chakras, but
okay. She's got the victory card. And then she's got the inverted 7th chakra or the crown chakra, which means you're not living up. See, this is really hard because she's sitting right here and the energy's really, really strong. You are not giving yourself enough credit as to how brilliant you are.
okay.
I don't do this shit for kicks, you know. I wouldn't lie. I can't lie.
No.
This is, you are not giving yourself enough credit for what an amazing person you are. That's why it's upside down, because you are a really in touch, amazing, aligned, one of the most aligned people I know. Like, she's really normal. Okay, and that's weird in our family.
Well, this whole thing is weird for me right now, so I'm a little.
Well, we're gonna get Angie used to being on camera.
This is just weird.
We're gonna get her used to being on camera because she's gonna have a YouTube channel, and
So I'm just acting. This is not me.
That's okay.
It's just
That's
weird.
okay. That's okay. You'll get used to it. One of these days, I'm gonna say something, and you're just gonna react normally, and it's gonna be all done. So okay, so. She's got the victory card, which we know is a foregone conclusion, and something's coming. I do believe it is real estate coming. Not real estate isn't coming. Real estate is moving.
Okay.
She needs to give herself more credit for how smart she is, and how centered and grounded, and what a loving, giving person you are. All right, you know it. Or you are it, but you don't know it. You're not fully living up to your potential. And my God, you know, that makes the angels sad, man. You just don't live up to your potential. Now, what's this one? Oh, storm warning. Well, we kind of knew that was coming too. Maybe I should have put these in backwards.
Yeah.
Storm warning. Storm warning. Angie, the tornado coming across the water. Remember my dream? The 4 tornadoes coming across the lake.
Yeah.
Okay, storm warning. And that's an upright card, which means there's some bumps coming in the road, but we kind of have
Well, we know that.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And when this is all over, you are going to fully blossom into who the person that you are. You've been allowing people to drag you down for way too long. Done. And victory. So I must have done them backwards. Victory. It's all good. It's all good. I got an itch. Sorry. Angie's gonna move to Costa Rica.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go visit her a lot. I wish, Bev, so that's not an issue. I guess I'm too contrary. We make do and stitch up. Who cares? There you go. Yes, Crown. Thank you, Raf. You are Angie. You are in the heart. Absolutely. I can't wait for you guys to meet. I really can't wait for you guys to give yourself credit. We need to be doing that, Angie. It helps others to learn to do the same thing too.
Were you reading that?
On this one. The thing is this is one thing I've learned about being on YouTube for this long. You really do build a family. You build friends. There are people who love and support you that you'll may never meet more than some of your own family. And we know that to be true. You know, I know that to be true, right? So I that's bleaching me out, man. Tornado may come next week in the territories near Georgian Bay. Ooh. It's not an issue. Yeah, exactly. Happy Sunday.
That's not an issue.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't know.
What's not an issue, Malka? It's Angie, that's fine.
Bev, what cards are you using? Okay, I'll tell you guys. I have now, before I say this, hi, Angie Mac. Yeah, you've been around 4 years. Some people have been around more. I'm going to be 13 years on YouTube in September.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Whoa!
I know the day you started.
Oh my
Putting
god.
your first video out.
Oh my god. And I
Panic.
was so
Yeah.
shy
Yeah.
and so yes, it is a very strong community, Jean. It is absolutely a very strong Costa Rica is heaven on earth. Lots of Canadians moving
Yeah.
there now, low
Yeah.
cost and freedom. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, let's hope are you drinking my tea?
No, did I just drink this? I did not.
Well, I don't have sugar in mine, so it would have tipped you
Yeah.
off. But hey, Doris, how are you, darling? All who may be in the way of bad weather, be safe. Thank you, Freaky Geek. Have it low cost and freedom. Yeah, well, I'm not leaving my country because some dickhead does not want it. That's all I'm saying. It's my country. And I will not be run out of my own country just because somebody has pretensions of dictatorship. Oh, the cards. Right. Thank you. What I have here today are the animal oracle cards. I use these often to find people's. Hey, who's that? Patricia. Right combo of zinc and vitamins and stuff to knock COVID for a loop. Good, Patriot Chick. How's it going? These are the animal oracle cards. I often use these if people want to know what their spirit totem is, or what animal totem is actually speaking to them. Then we have, these are the Work Your Light oracle cards. You're welcome, Jean. These are the Work Your Light oracle cards. These are Work Your Light oracle cards. These are the energy oracle cards. Okay? These are the Gaia cards. What is that? And these are my soul's journey card. These are not all my cards, but I don't like to work with any more than 5 decks at a time. Now, I'm going to tell you something if you're new. I do not read. When I first came back to reading cards, I was using the books because I was second guessing myself all the time. But the truth is, I don't read the cards of I don't use the instruction manuals. So if you're a card reader and you see me using these cards and you're going, that's not what that means. Well, you do you, boo. I'm an intuitive reader, right? I pick up a deck, whatever I'm feeling, and then I go with the energy of the person who asked for it. And it's not hard to do online, right? Maybe it's hard for some, but so that's what I do. Animal, would they tell me what my personality is, what I need to do? Well, let's try that, Doris. Let's do your animal oracle. Whoa! Wow! Goose. Canadian goose. Inner knowing. It says here, you are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Didn't you just move like last year? Doris, didn't you just move like last year? What this is saying is, what I'm getting, Doris, is no matter where you are the heart of your home. No matter where you are, home is with you, right? You are home. Oh, I'm getting chills. You are home. This is what it's saying. It doesn't mean you're just mean you're a great traveler. It means that wherever you go, you carry the home hearth within you. Does that make sense? Hey, Luke lady, how's it going? I love you talking into your couple. Thank you. Did I get it right? Is it Silva? Is it Silva? Because I don't want to say it wrong. Malka, Joe wants to know if you want the bread and butter kind or do you want dill or both? Gabby Gossett or Gaby Gossett, good night. I'm going to bed. It's 11 p.m. here. All right, sweetheart. Take care. God bless and sleep well. First live and learning so much. Love this. Hey, Janice Ulrich. Janice. No. Isn't that how you pronounce it?
No.
Janece.
It might be Janet. Janika?
No, I'm sorry. We're not laughing at your name. It's a family joke. Trust me, we're not laughing at your name.
Well, you can tell them.
Okay, we'll tell the story. Before Aunt Audrey died, before she passed away, one of her grandchildren was married, then divorced, and married again. And the first wife's name
was
Denise. And the second wife's name is Janelle?
Janice. Janine.
Janine. So Aunt Audrey was forever calling the second wife, not Denise, the first wife's name, and not Janine, her actual name. She called her Janice. So when we saw that, is that your actual name?
Because we just talked about that yesterday.
We were just talking about that yesterday. Hey, Gypsy Mama. Yeah. You listening from the garden. Tina, how are you, darling?
Agree big time. I don't know what that means.
Where?
It was on here. I don't know what that means.
Angie, agree big time. What do you mean? So, I've been around many years. Yes, you have, Helen Burke. So, thank you all for joining the live chat. Enjoy the next live on Thursday. God, Seashell, how are you, sweetheart? Why don't you say something? Why don't you just tell us how you're doing today? Because you're working really hard. You're monitoring both channels. I see you. God love you. So yeah, the next Make It Stretch video is we're going to see how far we can make that chicken go. So after supper tonight, I'm going to take all the meat off that chicken. I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to hide it in the fridge in a tub. And I'm going to get 2 more suppers out of that. And I was saying to Angie, Howie's like, you don't put tomatoes in chicken soup. I said, no, I don't. Sometimes
I do.
Yeah, me too. I make I've made like a turkey minestrone soup, right? With the kidney beans and the turkey broth and all that. But I am going to make soup and noodles. And I have 2 ideas for 2 more suppers because I got peppers from the discount rack yesterday. So I'm not sure if I'm going to break down the finances of the chicken and the meal. But you're going to see how far we make it stretch. Because normally I can get 5 meals or 4 meals for the 2 of us. But there's 3 of us. Let's see how we can stretch it. Beverly, will you read cards for me, please? Ruth. All right. I knew a fisherman who put tomatoes with fish.
Can you put one more?
Pull it back down?
Yeah, I'm honoring my mom as today is her birthday and miss her very much.
Oh, Seashell, that's wonderful. Oh, well, I honor my mom every June 3rd. All right, somebody asked for a card, and, ow. Somebody asked for, she's a masseuse. She's a massage therapist. She had me crying. No, you didn't. I wasn't. But she was like, she just got up from the couch and came behind my chair. And I said, nobody massages me. Nobody touches me. And the next thing you know, I'm like, ugh. I'm like a bag full of Jell-O, Some of it hurt, but it was like, I slept good last night. I only got up once. So somebody asked for a card. Do you still have some of those meat patties you chopped up and made dinner with? Nah, they're all gone, man. That was the whole purpose of the exercise. Soya patties were gone. I'm really enjoying your videos. I just found you a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, Rainbow Obsidian. Thank you. Welcome aboard. All right. All right. Whoa, here we go. Somebody asked for a card, and I can't remember who it was, so we're just going to go with this.
It's funny because before you pulled them,
Yeah.
I was staring at these cards and I wanted so badly to grab one for somebody. So
Oh, well,
it's
there
weird
you
that
go.
Pick those up.
Okay. We've got evolution, earth changes, climate change, and transformation. Now, remember, folks, climate change isn't necessarily what they say it is. Okay. And all the things, I don't know what's going on, but all the things, I'm feeling an electric car. And what's going on is they're pushing all this stuff in the name of the environment that's actually not very good for the environment. Electric cars are not good for the environment. But there's something going on. You're reconnecting with earth changes and you're tuning into the climate and you're transforming. And we have an upside down Sacred Heart Earth Mother card. And what that means is you are not, what I'm feeling is you are not believing the transformation that's happening. You're not connecting it with your connection to the Earth Mother. All right. All of these things that you're becoming aware of is because you are actually deeply connecting with the Earth Mother. You just got to link. You've got to link the progress and the things that you're facing with the reality of what is happening, why it is happening, because you're connecting back with the earth. And it's a really powerful connection. Don't be afraid of it. Okay? You're welcome, Doris. You're welcome. Whoa, I was just shuffling those. And the search, feeling lost. Now, I don't know who this is for, but those last two cards I just read sparked something in somebody else. I'm feeling that because this popped right out.
Yeah,
and
this card goes with that one.
Oh, this card goes with that one?
Goes with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. First card, somebody is lonely. But you need to know you're never alone. You need to know you're never alone. And you are searching for, it says here, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. And you got the loneliness card. The truth is, what you're searching for is already within you. It's already there. You are feeling on the outside looking in. We know how that feels, right? You feel like you don't fit anywhere. But you do. You do. You fit right where you're supposed to be. And sometimes it can be the loneliest feeling in the world. Yeah. But you are not alone. Yeah. Please understand, you are not alone. We are a community of people who have lived on the outside looking in, always feeling different, always feeling apart from our own families a lot of the times. So whoever got hit with those last two cards, they were for somebody else, but it triggered something in somebody else. And it was a longing and a searching, and your search is in the right directions. It's going to feel lonely sometimes, but you are never alone. You need to understand that. You really do. We are here. I mean, we may be across the world. You could be in Australia right now, but the connection that we have here is a community that lifts and supports each other as the best. We share. We share everything we learn, everything we know. We share love. We share support. We share faith, even if we're different religions. It doesn't matter. The whole point is, just because we're online doesn't mean we can't be a family.
I think they need to stop putting their energy into searching for something they're never going to find. because it's within them already.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they continue to do that, they're going to be unhappy.
Yeah,
always.
you can't search for yourself
Yeah.
outside yourself. It's never going to work.
Yeah.
You know, the journey begins within.
Just accept.
Yeah,
Accept
accept yourself for who you are, and don't let anybody try and make it. You never ever try and be a poor imitation of somebody else when you're so perfectly imperfect in yourself.
Yeah.
Right? That's what makes us unique people.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm almost done here. And is it Ozana or Ozan? I've been watching for years. I absolutely love both your channels. I have several channels, actually. Many blessings to you and your family. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Depends on what kind of soup I put tomatoes in or not. Well, I mean, if it's beef and, you know, I like throwing in kidney beans and tomatoes and stuff, right? Rainbow Obsidian, I have to go and don't want to. Well, we're leaving shortly anyway, darling. We're about to close. Thank you, Bev and Angie. Safe travels to Costa Rica, and we'll catch you. You notice they linked our names together in the Costa Rica thing, right? Now listen.
Coming,
Huh?
I said I told you you're coming. But
I know,
you can't
I
do
know.
the heat, so.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You just never know. I feel like I have work to do in my own country now. I really do. I feel that I have to continue to support people across North America and across the world who recognize that we almost got stomped on. Our rights have been stomped on for too long.
Over,
it's not over.
No.
But too many of us have been lulled into a false sense of security. They should have just waited till the baby boomers were dead before they tried to take advantage, because we're not going to let it happen, right? Anyway, I'm going to put my cards away now, and this is the time where we're going to say a prayer, okay? Now listen. A, you don't have to stay if you don't want to. B, this is non-denominational, okay? Religion is man's structure. Faith is it a link with your higher power or the God of your understanding? So what we do here is we link faiths. We drop the walls that religion tries to put between us and divide us with. And we link our hearts. And we celebrate the similarities and the love that our faith and the safety and security that our faiths bring us. Right? We can do that. That's easy peasy. Mac and cheesy. We're going to do that. This one, I'm going to make a big macaroni and cheese with broccoli and peanut bacon. And I tell you what. But first we got to eat a chicken for 4 days. We're going to eat chicken for 4 days. All right, I'm going to put the cards away. Now, I'm giving everybody time to leave if they feel they need to. But everybody is welcome to stay. Everybody's welcome to leave as they see fit. All right? So, I've given you all time. Excuse me. I got a little emotional there, so, you know, the notes runs when I get emotional. And yes, I just blew my nose on tissue. I'm not to the rag yet. But this is my sweat rag. I've been carrying this in my bra all day while I was sweeping and stuff. And then I've been wiping my face, and I'd wash my hands, I'd wipe my hands, or I'd stick my hands in the sink. And I'm telling you, I saved a half a roll of paper towels just by using this today, right? We will have a heat wave starting tomorrow and end sometime. We've been really cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's been beautiful here. It's been absolutely beautiful. We're actually waiting. We're actually waiting for the fire department to show up because our pool has evaporated like about 3 inches. Huh.
It's just me. I'm just taking anything off me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, for all those who care to, please help us close with a spiritual pledge to each other, that we lift each other up, that we connect with God and ourselves and other human beings. Right? We want to bring in the net, and you do you. If anything I say in the prayer doesn't suit you, then you just take what you want and leave the rest. Okay? All right. Deep breaths, folks. Now, when I say deep breaths, I mean pull it all the way in. Don't hold it here. Drop it right down into your lungs and then hold it. And then a nice, slow, controlled release. Take a deep breath, smell the roses, and blow out the candles. Okay? Ready? Now, we don't want anybody to pass out, so you just do the best you can. And one more time. Hey, God, creator and source of everything, including Christ, who you gave us to teach us the supreme important lesson of love. Love is the answer to everything. God, we came together today and we had a lovely visit with Angie, and we pulled some cards and we sent joy up to you on the smoke. And you know, life is good. Even when it's shitty, you gotta look for the silver lining, and we see it every day, God. Why? Because nothing can be complete darkness for us. We always follow that path towards the light of your love and your enlightenment and your joy that gives us joy, because we know God is all good all the time. Anything else is from the nether regions. But there's people out there that are having a hard time making ends meet, having a hard time with health issues in the family, having a hard time with abandonment and rejection and addiction and all these things that wars, revolutions, plagues, all these things that keep people coming back to you. Fiddler on the Roof quote. But God, we just want to lift all those people up for you, because we've got our connection and we appreciate that, but we're raising the people up that are having a hard time finding their way back to you or to you. So we ask that you fill us with the light of your divine love, so much so that as across the world we join hearts and hands and it bursts from us, because no human can actually contain the light of God's love. It's meant to be shared. So as we send that light up into a great big lighthouse on the shore, casting its light far and wide and bringing people in from the fog and the darkness and away from the rocks. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for letting us be a part of such a wonderful community. May we all go forward in the light of God's love and push back the darkness that threatens, because darkness hates illumination, and that's what we got, right? Yeah, I know, God. I'm a little prideful there, I know. Amen. Namaste. Miigwech. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part, blessed be. Walk in the light of God. Peace be with you. Whatever your language you use to talk to your source of faith, when it's said in love, we're always heard. All right? Take care. God bless. I got to go check on dinner, and we're going to watch some TV. Yep.
Another movie night.
Another movie night. Take care.
Take
God
care,
bless.
guys.
Love you guys. Isn't it wonderful? I'm keeping her. I'm going to keep her. See you guys all on Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. Evening during the week, it's going to be an evening live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, everybody.